Do I have what it takes to make you fall in love with me? Am I the real deal or just?
제가 오늘 여기서 샤워를 했는데 이 호스에 다 록이 쓸고 이 손잡이에도 다 록이 쓸어서 자꾸 이 샤워기를 만지는데 손에서 쇠 냄새가 나는 거예요. 샤워를 다 하고 나와서도 계속 손에서 쇠 냄새가 나서 샤워하는 내내 이 공간에서도 쇠 냄새가 나고 그래서 너무 찝찝하고 약간 쇠독거릴 것 같은 느낌? 에이전시한테 이메일을 했는데 관리를 해줄 수 있냐고 답이 없네요. 녹 제거제를 사서 제가 닦아야 될지 근데 뭔가 겉만 닦는다고 이게 해결이 되는 건지 이 정도는 안 해도 다 부식이 됐을 것 같아서 물이 오염될 것 같은 거예요. 집은 너무 괜찮은데 화장실이 문제입니다.
2 weeks later.
여러분 에이전시한테 샤워기 갈아달라고 했거든요. 근데 한 2주 뒤에 done이라고 다 했다고 연락이 온 거예요. 어떻게 했는지 아세요? 페인트 칠을 해놨어요. 갈색으로. 그러니까 녹슨 게 안 보이게 페인트 칠을 새로 했는데 갈아달라는 말이 우리의 상식이랑 다른 것 같아요. 저는 이거를 뜯고 고쳐줄 줄 알았거든요. 아니면 적어도 뭔가 이 샤워 헤드랑 줄을 새 걸로 바꿔줄 줄 알았는데 이런 건 그냥 다 그대로고 근데 이 완전 심하게 갈색으로 녹슬어져 있던 이 파이프 관만 지금 그 녹슨 색으로 도색을 해서 안 보이게 해놓은 거예요. 파이프 안에 녹슨 건 그대로겠지. 아휴 진짜 포기다. 오늘 제가 짠 도시락은 이겁니다. 허벅지살 간장 다진 마늘 올리고당 넣고 볶고 곤드레 나물 주말에 무쳐놓은 거 잡곡밥이랑 치킨 먹다 남은 거 열무김치 이렇게 짰어요.
For me, first of all, I think it's super interesting that someone from IT here talking about and giving us some insight into it.
And I think once it then reinterprets into the wax, and then you get this releasing of
For you wearing such as for me, I have to take a shower or
information along with pictures of me wearing them or pictures of me in situations wearing a garment.
My starting point is my background. So my background is the presentation of Titan garment is office look, and I want to destroy it.
Love it. I have to say, keep loose. Nike would like that. But I think your language there is simple to a very, very important question. Sometimes you need to remember, listen to that question that David did, just now go and write that down.
A Nigerian headdress that you wear in traditions.
Yeah, hairdresser.
It actually moves so that you can adjust the shape.
우와
진짜 예쁘다. 그치?
진짜 크다 근데 근데 창문이 더럽네?
정말 청소 만든 거죠?
like this shape. And so I think this had a repetition shape. So
What's happening? Well, anything diet is going to, yeah, it's going to look more white fashion.
right? It could be that you just to give a sense of what's going on here. Cut that section out, stick some pieces behind there. That's right. Use it as a metaphor. You can do this.
Oh, sure. Thank you so much. This is iPhone. Okay. Would you mind if I try it myself? Yeah. If you don't mind. Thank you. Thank you so much.
출작하느라 엄청 피곤한 요즘입니다. 오늘은 제가 원단 샵에서 제가 원하는 원단의 색이 찾기가 힘들어가지고 직접 염색하러 왔습니다.
We can take this ride wherever it goes. As long as you're with me, I feel at home. Can you tell me why? 'Cause I wanna know. As long as you're with me, I feel at home. Yeah. I wave goodbye to my old life. Been reaching for some new heights. My baby there the whole time. And if I'm out about a yank life. I need my partner in crime, yeah. Sometimes you can't even see what's right in front of you. Life gets the best of me, I don't know what to do. Miles still ahead of me and I don't have a clue right now. But we can take this ride.
염색 끝났습니다. 이제 탈수를 해볼게요.
When the winter is bitter and cold, and the spring is yet to unfold.
이렇게 조그만한 스와치로 여러 테스트를 거친 다음에 본 원단 많은 양을 이제 염색을 하는 거예요. 얘를 컬러 칩으로 두고 염색을 했는데 이게 말리면 컬러가 더 밝아져서 젖었을 때 색을 좀 더 진하게 해야 되는 것 같더라고요. 염색 끝!
Why do you try to awaken memory? Why talk about the days that used to be? You say you love me.
paper is 2.7 meters.
2.7 meter, okay. Oh, you have the table, so I don't need to...
Yeah, usually I've got picking all this gear. Although the backdrop's quite wide, most films are shot this way, obviously, the way that you're holding the camera. So I'm here, and then if you get me in frame,
yes,
like very quickly you run out of backdrop. Although it seems big, like you can only usually get kind of something like that.
Yeah.
The other way up, like that, and
more vertical.
Yeah,
okay.
Like portrait mode, as they call it,
Ah,
like landscape.
Got it.
Most like TVs, projectors, computers are so there's no reason why you couldn't mount it that way up.
Like that.
If it's one person that's like dismantling the seams and things, then when you're dismantling down here, you could have a shot that's like that. You could then cut to like a shot up here where you could have an initial shot that shows the studio.
Yeah, I think this.
And then, so you're
that's
kind of
natural.
like, we're in a studio, it's fine. You're not making a fiction film.
Yeah,
so
because
it's not,
my video is about like process, so I think studio background is quite. Yeah, or I can use corner.
It's absolutely shoot into the corner. There's just problems everywhere, like this. I've got some like, gaffer tape. I painted this pipe black actually.
Oh.
I mean, this is like a nice soft light. The shadows are very soft.
Would you mind if I ask you like stand on middle?
Oh right, that's a reference.
Yeah, thank you so much.
That's okay. So I guess this is about as far back as I can stand, but yeah. I guess it's if
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's better. Yeah, that has to be a bit shorter. Does she have technical curves? Short.
Take one. Okay, hi. Action. 하나씩 설명해줘 될 줄 줘도 돼? 오. Like this. Like short and then it's slow. Or small sounds. Yeah, low sound.
We're gonna go back the first scene. You hold this. So because we want the fluid to the front.
We're gonna cut the yarn just before shooting.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's just pulling down.
Okay.
항상 안 되기 때문에 말해. Take 4.
Yeah, like that.
And
Just
then
natural cut.
that. Yeah.
That's it.
Okay, take 6.
Same action. Cut. 유튜브를 좀 찍겠습니다. 네. 몇 개 넣으셨다고요?
저는요.
어머, 뒤에도 있어, 근데?
뒤에 음료수 시켜야죠.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯 개 넣었네. 이분은 지금 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯 개, 겨우 5개 채우시네. 나는 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 나 8개 넣었음. 모자르면 내 거 뺏어 먹어.
제일 많이 넣네.
나 지금 굉장히 배고프거든?
부다페스트에서 갖고 온 카드입니다.
카드?
플레잉
설마 원카드인가요?
네, 그냥.
와, 진짜? 근데 부다페스트가 설마 그려져 있어? 와, 되게 예쁘다. 우리 이걸로 이제 원카드 하는 거야? 네. 야, 느낌 되게 좋다. 나 원카드 없어.
아, 진짜?
응. 너만 그림이 달라.
그러니까.
이것은 뜯으면 이렇게 앞치마가 있습니다.
펼쳐주세요.
오! 약간 턱바지 앞치마가 아니라
왜 이러는 거야?
깜찍.
우와, 맛있겠다.
아, 잠깐만.
그 얘기하려고 그 뭐냐?
근데 인스타를 잘 안 하시죠? 근데 언니는 파리 간대. 왜?
I was a commercial office wear designer, and all I made was princess line dresses and tight pants and skirts. I realized that the clothes I designed gave women restrictions on movement and make them feel uncomfortable. I started to rethink those conventional lines I designed before. As exploring the way how to release the seam line, I've worked on practicing making a stretchy seam line with knit. When I use rib knit as a seam line, it can match the wearer's body shape, not tightening the body, but still keeping the silhouette. I want to say the aesthetic of loose release tension.